Hey, all right. Holy shit, that took a lot, man. I've been trying so hard to go live right now, and it's been such a pain in the fucking ass. Hey, everybody, I'm back. I've been gone for a while. I was sick for a lot of last week, so I didn't really get prepared for the podcast. So, where's all the batteries? And so, what do you call it? And so I took the week off, especially since they're the Arc Raiders playtest. And I'm sorry, guys. I know you didn't want to watch me play that. You only want to watch me do stupid shit on DAYZ. So I was sick. I got better. And then I was just like, no, I got to do the Arc Raiders playtest. I hope you understand. You know. So yeah, I'm back here just for a little bit today. Very quick. I just want to do a rerun of the most recent podcast I did, 2 weeks ago. I still have a podcast tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday. I don't really have a whole lot planned. I have a really good idea of what I want, so I have to really put it together. So it might be Sunday. Oh, more batteries. And I'm kind of busy. More batteries. What do you call it? Food. I'm kind of busy this weekend, though I'm going to be streaming probably 2 days. I don't know how much on Saturday. Food. Fuck yeah, food. Thanks, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna be rebroadcasting today's last 2 weeks podcast ago, and then we're just gonna be going from there. And then I'll probably be getting off today, and then tomorrow is probably gonna be my planning day, and then Saturday I'll be streaming. I don't know if I'll be doing a podcast or not. Sunday for sure, if not. But yeah, you guys are probably here for the reruns to hear on Barbie stream, but whatever. So happy when people try to come around. Also, hey, love your stream. That's why I follow. Would you like to be a friend of mine? Add me on Discord. Hey, let me guess. You just created this account. Let me turn this chat on. Nice. Oh, you see it. Okay, good. A little bit. Server restart happened already. All right, we're just gonna get to it. All right, just to remind everybody, I can't really respond while I'm doing what do you call it, reruns, because my mic is in use while I'm using my soundboard. So I'll stop and respond in between, because they're cut in half each episode. I'll stop in between. I'll talk to you guys, but until then I can't. I can only chat. So yeah. Well, hello everyone out there, Livonia and Toplin. Holy shit, this is your host CECIL, host of the Champions podcast out here, you know, at Radio Chernars. Usually people are out there on Radio Chernars for playing music, but I'm the podcaster. I do podcasts. I've been gone for a bit. I'm under the weather. I'm a little sad. You know how it is. Depression's a big deal. Leading into that, I'm here to broadcast a rerun from the most recent podcast I did, I think like a week and a half ago, maybe a little longer. It's aptly titled Depression, so please, without further ado, enjoy the most recent episode of our podcast. Welcome to the Champions Podcast with your host, CECIL. In this episode, Cecil's not doing well. We think he might have come down with a case of being sad. Sounds like old Cecil's learning the hard way about the dark side of polyamory. Unless he offs himself, we hope you enjoy the audio-only version of Season 4, Episode 7 of the Champions Podcast, titled Depression. This has been previously broadcasted on 91.9 and has been formatted accordingly for all frequencies.
The Fresh Station.
Fancy.
Hey everybody, this is your host Cecil. Welcome to the Champions Podcast. It's season 4, episode, I believe, 7. Holy shit, we're getting places. You know how we like to get started. We're gonna do a little we're gonna do the theme song, and then we're gonna go right into an ad read after the theme song. So don't just be prepared for that. All right, here we go.
It's a good old time on a good old show. Live from Radio Shanaris in Livonia. We're talking champions with your host CECIL. So sit back and enjoy the ride on the Champions Podcast.
Holy shit, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. This podcast has been brought to you by our good friends at Mental Health. Have you ever been in a therapy session staring at your screen and thought, is this person even real? In a world where therapy happens over Zoom, where your therapist goes by a screen name and you don't even know their last name, can you really trust them to know where to put your emotional baggage? These days, your Zoom therapist might just be an AI avatar, and that's never an experienced that's never even experienced breathing, let alone life. And with therapists getting younger and younger, fresh out of college, armed with textbooks and buzzwords, you start to wonder, how can someone who's never fallen apart tell me how to put my life back together? Well, that's where mental health comes in. No, not the concept. Mental health, the new therapy service. They're flipping therapy on its head by hiring people who've actually been there. Every therapist at Mental Health is a reformed mental hospital patient, someone who decided to turn their recovery into a career. They didn't just study the chapters, they lived them. And now, with their brand new Match My Mind campaign, you can be paired with a therapist who's gone through or is currently going through the same thing you are. Breakup, burnout, breakdown, midlife crisis, existential dread. Found yourself crying in a Target parking lot because the Bluetooth won't connect? Woke up one morning and realized your dog might be the only stable relationship you ever had? Or maybe you're in a deep battle royale with the multiple personalities in your head and one of them starting to win. Whatever it is, someone at Mental Health has been in the same trench. Some of them might still be in it, but that's the kind of the point, right? They're walking with you, not watching from a podium. Because let's be honest, experience always trumps knowledge. Why get therapy from someone who knows mental health when you can get it from someone who's experienced it? Mental health, real people, real recovery, real results. Sign up today at getmentalhealth.com and use promo code CECIL10, that's CECIL10 for 10% off your first month. That's getmentalhealth.com, promo code CECIL10, because sometimes the best help comes from someone who's already survived the storm. Oh, that was a lot of energy to expel, guys, I gotta admit. That last ad read was quite relevant to our topic for today. Yeah, as you know from last week, and from this whole season of the podcast, I've been chasing my turkey dinner from old Becky. And if you don't know, Becky's the lady who's brought me in and introduced me to polyamory, and she kind of rejected me afterwards, and I got her back You know, I finally got my turkey. And if you know what a turkey dinner is, I always have to restate this. When you take a lady out, you buy her a little chicken. And in polyamory, in return, you get a little turkey dinner, if you know what I mean. And I've been waiting, and I got it. And my stomach, it's filled with this turkey dinner I've been waiting for. And but I have to admit, my heart still feels empty. You know? I've been missing Becky for so long. And now that I got her, it's not what I expected. You know that dog? You know, I feel like that dog who's been chasing that car, you know? And along the whole way I've been chasing it, I fucked a bunch of shitty cars. And now I finally cut up to that car I've been chasing. And now I realize it's not too different from the other cars I've been screwing. All right? You know what I'm getting at? What I thought was a BMW turned out to be a Pontiac Aztec. Look it up, all right? Look it up. Did my sex life just create the premise to the next Cars movie? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Things aren't looking great for Cecil. Not right now. I know what you're thinking. Cecil, stop being so fucking cryptic and get to the point. Okay, valid. Since Becky already has 3 other baby daddies and another boyfriend that I'm now just finding about, I'm not getting a lot of her attention anymore. You know, I got my turkey dinner and I thought, you know, all the attention would be on Cecil. That's not the truth, you know? You know, she's dating more, she is dating more people and didn't tell me, you know? She has an extra guy. And I thought this polyamory thing was open, so I'm not really thinking she's following the rules, you know? I'm not a jealous person, but if you hide someone from me, how can I not feel threatened, all right? How can I not feel like our relationship's at stake again? Thought it'd be easy earning my way to be her primary, but I'm miles away from it, okay? And she says, oh, my kids are my priority. Yeah, which is wild, because I would leave Bruce for her in a heartbeat. And Bruce is my son. I'm a pet parent, okay? And if I'm willing to do that, is this even love, you know? And she says her kids are a priority. Before all we know, she's having sex with multiple people right now. And that's fine. It's polyamory. But polyamory is supposed to be transparent. And I'd like to know about it. Jesus Christ. Okay, just put yourself in my shoes, okay? Just let's do a little reenactment in your mind. How about this? If the love of your life was getting railed by multiple suitors, would you at least want to know their names? You know, no one's ever gonna be her primary, let alone her nesting partner, as long as she acts like that.
Man,
okay?
What the fuck you talking about?
Bro, my heartbreak and my search back. Nah, dude.
And turkey dinner.
Homeboy, have you ever had heartbreak?
What you talk about, man?
Broken.
You have a broken heart?
I do.
Man,
I'm
I
with
eat
you,
heart.
man.
Let's hear your story,
No,
man.
I totally agree. I don't know what's going on here.
But I'm on season 7 of episode 4 of the Champions Podcast, and we're talking about my polyamorous adventures, okay?
You tell very strange story.
Well, you know what? Life isn't normal. Life is strange. Would you like
But
to?
why
Would you?
fuck dogs?
No. Well, since when I'm just a pet parent. You know what a pet parent
Turkey
is?
dinners?
Turkey dinner, yeah. That's a little turkey dinner from old Becky. You know, I got myself a little treat from her, huh? I've been trying to get that all season. I finally got it, and now it feels hollow. You know.
Man, guy lose mind.
You think so? You think I'm losing my mind? I think I'm just suffering a broken heart. Yeah, top
Stay
one.
right here. Stay right. Hands up. Hands up.
Hey, Cecil, it's
hands
Ben
up,
and your
sir.
mama here.
Man,
There's
what
about
I do
100 of us
now?
out here hunting cannibals.
Hands
Hey,
up,
here's
brother.
some banging.
He's reaching, he's reaching!
Whoa! Oh my God!
He's reaching, we got him, Cecil!
Oh my God! Can you explain can you explain for
It's
other
okay,
listeners what just
Cecil.
happened?
Two
These
cannibals,
are
justice, my
we're camping
friend,
out the radio
justice.
station. We've served justice, Cecil, the cannibals are dead.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm going through severe depression
Hola,
right now,
President.
and they were really hurting me. I really appreciate all the help, and congratulations on your new election, Mr. President.
Thank you, Cecil, thank you. And congratulations on your many advertisements that you have for your podcast.
They really are paying the bills. Thank you so much. So can I continue, or you think they're gonna come back?
Nah, you continue. If
Okay.
they come back, we'll kill them again.
Oh, thank you so much. You guys are the best. Okay, put yourself in my position, okay? All right. If the love of your life was getting railed by multiple suitors, wouldn't you at least want to know their name? You know? No one's ever gonna want to be Becky's primary, let alone her nesting partner. She keeps acting like this, hiding all her male friends from all her polyamorous partners. You know? If I had a kid, I'd find a way to juggle Becky and the kid because I'm a good person. You know, that's not fair. You know, fuck Becky. Actually, what am I saying? I still want Becky. I'm sorry, Becky. I love you, baby. I'm so sorry. We can work this out.
What's up, player?
We can work out. I wake up every day and I check my Bumble app to see if Becky's calling, okay? And she won't even give me her number. I have to do it on Bumble. It's becoming a problem, man. I don't care about anything anymore. My dog eats everything. I don't fucking care. I have so many entertaining stories to share about old Bruce, and you guys have been begging for more. I don't want to tell those stories, guys. I just want to sleep, you know? I think I'm depressed. I think I might be depressed, guys. I don't know if anyone here's ever experienced depression. But I have a dictionary, and depression, it says that depression is a serious, long-lasting mood disorder where you feel persistently sad, empty, or hopeless and lose interest in activities you once enjoyed. Guys, that's explaining me. Affecting your ability to function in daily life. It's more than just a temporary bad mood. It involves a range of symptoms like changes in sleep and appetite, low energy, difficulty concentrating, feelings of worthlessness, and sometimes thoughts of death or suicide. Guys, F11 is on my speed dial right now, if you don't know, all right? As long as Becky's not texting me back, there's always a way out. Depression is a medical illness caused by a combination of biological, psychological, and social factors, and it requires treatment, often including therapy, medication, and lifestyle changes to manage symptoms. Okay, guys? I'm gonna be stuck for a while in this whole depressing thing. That lifestyle change, that's a tough one.
Bro, you gotta cheer up. You gotta cheer up.
The only way, I have to stop being polyamorous, and I can't do that. Polyamory is supposed to cure my depression, all right? And I'm just getting caught in the same old cycle, you know? Like, I went on a date with that Disney adult again. I don't know if you guys heard about the Disney adult. The one with the hairless cat. I didn't even want to go out with her, you know? I didn't, and guess what? The turkey dinner is so easy with Disney adults, and it means nothing, you know? I'll admit, you know, I did experience a little bit of ED, erectile dysfunction, you know? But one thing is, I don't know if it was my longing for Becky that was distracting me, or the movie The Aristocats playing in the background, all right? But I wasn't into it, these crazy fucking people. When you're in the home of a Disney adult, there are too many variables that can make you go soft. You know what? Yeah, I need more research. I need more research to get accurate results, you know, but I don't want to do more research. Like, who wants to go back to that? I'll just say it was a one-time thing. This normally doesn't happen to me before. Isn't that what people say? To be honest, I don't know how that lady was still into me. You know, after Bruce, my dog, practically put her cat into life support. Cat blood still scars my memory. That thing was all skin flaps. This is a hairless cat, and imagine it bleeding out, and you're trying to hold on to it. Yeah. It's a very dark time in polyamory for me, guys. I'll have to admit, you know. But it is my job to report back to you on all of polyamory. You know, I'm not just gonna give you the good parts, right? You know, I'm gonna talk about my trials, my tribulations of emotional sex with someone who owns and I'd rather be with Goofy bumper sticker. Okay, you don't have to do it, but I will. Guys, polyamorous sex isn't all razzle dazzle. You know, it's not fireworks. Sometimes it's actual work. right? It's keeping yourself at bat until you get the right pitch. And yeah, I know most of you don't watch
Hello?
baseball, so look it up
Hello?
again, all right? God, I'm so fucking depressed. Such a piece of shit.
Hello?
Isn't Cecil hopeless and helpless? Do you think he's actually gonna do it? Let's hope not, but wouldn't it make good podcasting if he did? Well, only you can find out on the second half of this episode of the Champions Pod. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on? I'm broadcasting a rerun of a podcast.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry, I kinda think of that right now, that you were live streaming. I'm really sorry about it. I just wanted to meet the people in the city.
Oh yeah, well, yep. Welcome to Radio Chernaris. We're pretty cool people over here. If you want to go to the police station, you know, there's normally people over there. I haven't been here for a week or so, so I'm not entirely sure how things have changed.
Yeah. I went to the police. Yeah, I know those people. They almost killed me, man.
Oh no.
They were like with some guys with the red pants, and they
Oh,
killed my
shit.
friend near the church.
Thanks for the resub. Yeah. Is
So
this the
I wanted to talk to them,
is the
and
Pope
they
still
banished me. And no. I don't know what happened. I don't know who is Pope, but the police guys were inside with some guys with red pants.
Yeah.
And they killed my friend near the church, and then they banished me and told me that I have like 3 seconds to go away or I end up like my friend. So
What'd you do?
I did literally nothing. Me and my friend were making our way through the city,
Yeah.
and they just sniped him. I managed to run away.
Do you know what you
And
can do
when I,
is
go,
you can approach the police station with your gun like not out and then talk to them about it, and maybe you could settle things.
I tried, but they sent me away.
Oh no. Well, I feel like there was a little bit left out, but I feel for you, man. I feel for you. What's going on, Dingle? What's going on, Toxic? State by state variants for polyamory. I don't think there's laws. I do know it's very popular in Philadelphia.
Hello.
All right, guys. I hope everyone's doing fine. I'm gonna go back to rebroadcasting
Hello,
second half of my
guys.
podcast. I really hope you can work things out with the police department because you sound like a good fella.
Yeah, thank you, Dutchman.
And
Do you have
that,
any
yeah,
food, guys?
no food.
That they know.
No food. Oh shit.
I cannot.
What? Ooh, thank you. I'm gonna cook it.
Welcome back to the conclusion to Season 4, Episode 7 of the Champions Podcast titled Depression. We left off with Cecil lost and in the dark about his status with Becky, and he's trapped in a prison of sadness. Let's hurry up and get back before we miss something good, eh? This has been previously broadcasted on 91.9 and has been formatted accordingly for all frequencies. What do you even talk about? I guess we could do advice, right? You guys like advice? The advice section always gets good views or listens. This one's coming in from Martin. Of course, he's not asking for advice. Guys, this is an advice section. Hey, Cecil, Martin here. Long-time listener, first-time writer. I just wanted to say thank you again for the episode about polycules. All right, I'm sorry for just going so harsh on you immediately, Martin. It really struck a chord with me and my nesting partner. After listening to how open and successful you've been lately, we finally sat down and agreed to officially explore polyamory. Now, people always thought we were poly before, but really, it was just the two of us talking about it, reading about it, manifesting it. You know how it goes. But now, buddy, we've been out there living it. Multiple partners, honest communication, old calendars, and honestly, it's been nothing short of amazing. I won't get into every detail of our web because, well, this is still a public show. But I do need to share something with you. Turns out, our polycules have a branch in common. Yeah, after some friendly pillow talk and name dropping, I found out that my nesting partner and I have been hooking up with one of Becky's baby daddies. What? Small world, right? Okay. I saw them out recently and I gotta say, Becky's looking beautiful these days. What? You did good work. You did good work there, my friend. Real good work. Turkey dinner well served. Oh my god, I'm gonna get sick. Anyway, we've been hosting a lot of group things lately, and theme nights. A few spontaneous ones, and well, let's just say our door's always open. You know, you never know, Cecil. Maybe one of these days we'll end up at the same gathering. What do you mean, same gathering? Is that a group sex invitation, or is that just? Keep doing what you're doing, man. You're bringing the people together in every sense of the word. Warm regards, Martin and Stacy. That hurt me, guys. Not only is this person experiencing the good part of poly, which I'll admit I did too. All right, but they're rubbing it in my face and they're seeing Becky. And they're fucking Becky's baby daddy. They're one.
Get bribes in time before, man.
What?
You building in time before, bro? You were, weren't you, bro?
Am I what?
With the schoolies, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, you're talking to someone who's on one bar. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey everyone, there's a podcast going on. If you want to go on one bar, that'd be a lot easier for me. Thank you.
Okay, was you?
All right, so guys, these guys, they're 1 degree away from, my Becky. You know, they're 1 degree closer to getting their turkey dinner. All right, you know, I'm not a jealous guy again, but why is Becky going out with her baby daddies if she can't even fucking call me? This ain't right, guys. You know, I'm not feeling loved. Okay, this next one, I'm gonna just keep moving because fuck you, Martin. Okay, this next one's titled, it's from Tex. It's multiple partners, multiple problems. Hey Cecil, name's Tex. I've been sitting on this one for a while after hearing all the poly talk on your last few episodes. I figured you might be the only person who could help me sort this out. So here's the deal. I'm new to polyamory. Real new. Like, still trying to understand the terms kind of new. And somehow I found myself in what feels like the luckiest and most confusing position of my life. There are 2 women, both absolutely incredible. I don't want to hear this, man. I really don't. Guys, I don't want to hear this. I mean, Cecil, when I tell you they're gorgeous, I'm not just talking about looks. They've got the kind of presence that makes a room quieter when they walk in. They're kind, funny, grounded, and they actually like each other. Like, genuinely, they get along so well, it's almost suspicious. Are you complaining? Here's where it gets complicated. It fucking better. They both came to me together. Don't be doing puns. And they said they'd like to try a 3-way relationship. It just keeps getting better. What are you fucking talking about? The 3 of us as a unit in Cecil, I don't even know what to say. Part of me thinks this is a dream come true. Yeah, which it fucking is, man. The other part of me thinks I'm about to walk into a storm I don't have a map for. The other part of you is fucking stupid. I just don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, or if I should just choose one and risk breaking everyone's heart, which you won't, including my own, which you fucking might. I've never done anything like this before, and I don't want to mess it up, especially now with people this special. Then fucking do it. Why are you complaining? Like, why do people use this as an outlet to complain about your fucking good luck? So Cecil, from one confused cowboy, don't call me that, to another, how do you know when you're ready for polyamory, and how do you know if it's love or just the idea of it? You know you're ready for polyamory when you have two beautiful, gorgeous women wanting to be in a multiple person relationship. You just fucking do it, man. Appreciate you, man. Keep the radio waves warm. Yeah, well, okay. These, like, what do you guys are just, did you pick the worst timing to brag about your successful polyamorous relationships and then decide you're going to complain about it like it's some first world problem? You're about to have a threesome every night, Tex, and you're debating if you should do it or not. This fucker has two Beckys yearning to be by his side, and he wants to know what to do. Bro, you're so far ahead of me, I need advice from you. Actually, fuck you for not giving me any advice in this process and making my podcast about you. You're on your own, Tex. Actually, you're not, since you have two fucking primaries on deck. Just take it. I fucking hate all of you guys. I can't have one supportive person that ever writes in. You all just have to yank at my ball sack and my heartstrings at the worst moment. Oh, great. This last one. I didn't fucking vet this one either. It's from Henry. Hey, guys, you remember Henry from last week? The Henry, the guy who's the no-micer that just following me everywhere? Henry, that's my stalker. He's still writing in. Subject is Don't Be Afraid, Cecil. He just starts it off. Looks like a fucking poem, dude. This guy. I'm the guy you call a stalker, period. I feel like I'm more of an observer, just waiting for you to finally talk to me, period. Don't be afraid, Cecil, period. You keep saying my name like it bothers you, period. It doesn't have to, period. I'm not here to scare you, period. I just like to see how close I can get to you before you notice, period. You talk to everyone else to that mic, period. I listen, period. Always have, period. Maybe one day you'll talk to me, period, Henry. This guy, not only does he not have a mic, he doesn't know how to fucking speak on paper. Again, if you see a guy wiggling around not talking and he responds to the name Henry, pop him in the skull for me, because I don't need any more stalkers on this podcast, all right? These are what we call podcast snipers, if you didn't know, all right? They write into the podcast and try to throw a wrench in my wheels of conversation to myself. He fucking got it through, dude. He sniped the fucking wrench in, bro. Fuck you, Henry. It's your second wrench. Third time's not going to be a charm. You know, shame on me. All right. How are we going to end this? I got a final word, right? What do I think? I like to end every podcast with a final thought, a final word, whatever you want to call it, to sum everything up. It's the journey through polyamory that matters most, okay? Because when you have you better have a plan when you finally get your Becky, whoever that may be, because it's never what you expect it to be. You expect it to be one thing, you know, and Becky ends up being not a BMW. Don't forget to stop and appreciate the good times of polyamory. You know, the times of getting catfished or ruining someone's marriage, you know, learn not to take meaningless sex with people you resent for granted because they're just a flash in the pan, you know, and if you don't pay attention, you might not see the light, all right? I think I just paraphrased Ferris Bueller, but fuck me, right? That's probably the least original thing I've ever said in this podcast, so give me a break. She's not going to call me, guys. All right, shout outs and plugs. I like to give shout outs to people who I run into and either, you know, I have interaction with and they want to shout out, I'll shout them out. And I like to plug, you know, what I'm doing, what I'm watching, what I'm eating, because everyone is always so interested in what Cecil's doing. What are you doing? And they always want to be just like me. So I always let them, you know, I always plug something so they get a little closer to who the real Cecil is. First shout out, this is just more of like a point out. I ran into the 506. They're around and they're still very Christian. I think they wanted me to say that. So everything you remember about them, I think it's the same. And my plug, oh guys, these things have been really helping me. For waiting for Becky to call me back. It's the holiday shaped Reese's candies, specifically the Halloween ones. You know, they're shaped like bats and pumpkins. But for some reason, the holiday shaped ones taste better than the normal Reese's. It's like the normal Reese's have ridges on them, but the holiday ones are like rounded. And for some reason, oh shit, the combo of chocolate peanut butter just goes together so much better. So I eat about a bag of those a day until Becky will message me on Bumble. All right. And end on an ad read because, you know, I get paid to do this. So I got congratulated. We got another ad read. My ad reads, and we got another one from the original J-Rob protein. You guys don't know about J-Rob protein. It's the best tasting protein on the planet, okay? They've been with us from the beginning. We had a tumultuous relationship, all right? They dropped us. They brought us back. J-Rob protein still pays us the most, so we give them the most credit. So this one is titled Raspberry Swirl. Ever wish you could feel like your younger self again? The version of you that had the energy to spare, confidence to burn, and the curiosity to chase life and love, wherever it took you? That's exactly what J-Rob's Raspberry Swirl protein is for. One scoop gives you 20 grams of protein, powering your muscles, your energy, your confidence, so you can show up fully in life, in adventures, and in loving women so much older than you. Here's the thing. Love doesn't always stick to your age group. Sometimes the person who lights you up is someone with experience, someone who's lived, someone who knows themselves sexually and maybe even the world a little better. They've got stories, wisdom, and a heart that's still open. And now, thanks to a little extra energy from Raspberry Swirl, you've got the strength, the stamina, and the spark to meet and perform with them all night long. Raspberry Swirl helps you show up in life, running errands, hitting the gym, chasing your own goals, and maybe even sharing those adventures with someone who's a little ahead in life. You're not just lifting weights, you're lifting moments, experiences, and connections. Every scoop is like a little boost towards having more sexual encounters with a different elderly woman every night. So grab your shaker, mix it up, and let J-Rob help you feel younger, move stronger, and keep the party going, allowing you to have the time of your life with someone at the end of theirs. And here's the deal. Head over to jrob.com/CECIL. That's jrob.com/CECL and use promo code CECIL20 to get 20% off your first order. That's jrob.com/CECIL, promo code CECIL20 for your chance to open your heart to an elderly woman of your dreams every night. J-Rob Protein Raspberry Swirl. 20 grams of protein, endless energy, and the vitality to meet life and love head on. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go eat some more of those Reese's candies and, you know, just live life. Well, maybe she'll message me. Oh, yeah, put it all out there for you guys. Still hurting. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Show must go on though, right? So there's gonna be another podcast this weekend, guys. And everyone's been asking, they've been saying, Cecil, when are you gonna do your Halloween episode? Well, when Halloween comes, all right? And guess what? It's right around the corner. So expect a Halloween episode this weekend when I get around to doing the podcast live in Toplin, 87.8 and 91.9, the Fresh Station. She's using me, guys. I'm not feeling good. I'm gonna go charge some batteries and Try to keep my finger away from this F11 button. It doesn't help, guys. F11, you just keep coming back. All right, Cecil out. All right, there, Radio Chernarus. Okay, human skull. All right. You're just cursed by the fitness high, man. You can't live on protein powder and rock hard abs forever, dude. You hear that? You hear that? Those are my rock hard abs, okay? That was clipping. I need to adjust my microphone. That was clipping bad. All right, those are my rock hard abs. That's too solid. You can tell from your thanks. I really thank you. Yes, you're right. It is very solid. That's the most solid thing I've ever slapped in my life. It's not connected to that, is it? You can fling ping pong balls off those and watch them land in Nebraska. You're really saying all the words I need to hear, Toxic, about my rock hard abs. Damn, my Nightbot is regurgitating. I should maybe just not have as many. I think that's the problem. I'm like, how do I adjust how to stagger them so that they're not going off all at once? It's like, no, you're just gonna have less. I come here for rock hard abs. J-Rob had to pay you in something. It can't just be raspberry swirl flavor. I know you gotta add ab implants. Don't. That's the man who pays the bills, Toxic. All right. You be careful about how you slander that man and his above the board protein company. All right, come on, you piece of shit. I'm telling you, Blues Banner sponsorship way of the future. Yeah, you get CECIL people involved. Honestly, in real talk, son, you know what I'm saying? I want nothing to do with the real man, Steven Seagal. He's a monster. I don't want to be associated with that man because someone's gonna get assaulted on my behalf and on my watch, and I don't need that. Because of all things, knowing Steven Seagal, yeah, he probably would sponsor my podcast. He's like, oh, polyamory, guy likes having sex with multiple people. That's my thing. It's like, no, Steven Seagal, rape is your thing. Now I'm gonna get a cease and desist from the Steven Seagal people for saying that, guys. I can never win, all right? But at least I was protecting J-Rob in the process. Okay, so that podcast was done. I was only gonna show up to do that. Might stick around for a little more and continue my my current series. Like I think the last rerun I did in the series was dogs, right? So now feedback is the next one. Yeah, because I remember people complain that I did dogs. So if I do feedback on the next rerun, I could do that. I think that's a short podcast, right? Filmmakers. Polycule's a short one. Feedback's a long one. We need to seek you additional sponsors. We could try Eau de Mieux. It's a legit beaver flavored whiskey. Dude, you haven't heard? I have so many different sponsors. Toxic. You didn't know that? Like, who are you? Like, I have other sponsors. Is it like the food? Like not the food, the food. Like the animal beaver? Like it actually tastes like an actual like cooked beaver? Yeah, like beaver meat. Or does it taste like if you lick a beaver on the pelt? Because that's the toss-up. It's whatever it's rolled in last. That's what it's going to taste like, Toxic. You didn't know that? It's castor gland. Now you're going to have to give us a long explanation of what a castor gland is. All right, Toxic? You're not going to get away with just saying that, thinking we all know what the fuck a castor gland is. And Dingle, don't you dare say you know what a castor gland is. Don't you dare. Okay, good. All right, the world's normal. What the fuck's a castor gland? Is it balls? Okay, that's a good question. That's a good starting point. All right, Toxic, are castor glands balls? Which, honestly, he's Scottish. They have crazy ways of explaining the human anatomy, so... Close. Okay. Okay. French. Oh, gland means balls. Oh, yeah, that's a very good point, Dingle. Anal gland. Okay. So it tastes like a beaver's butt too? So it tastes like a beaver's mouth and the beaver's butt? I'm not tasting a beaver's butt, but you know what? You know what, Toxic? I'll apply for sponsorship. And I'll be like, I will sponsor. I will read for your whiskey. It's just I'm in recovery, man. I can't try it. It was a bizarre whiskey to exist, yeah. I mean, I've applied for sponsorships as a joke and immediately got turned down, and that always hurts my feelings because it's just a joke. Because I'm not gonna get sponsorships on a podcast in a video game, but I like having the emails that says no. I think it's really funny that someone actually had to consider a podcast on a video game. I like that. Except for HelloFresh, guys. If you don't remember my HelloFresh, my ride this winter on HelloFresh, you're missing out on so much. All right, I got paid to cook HelloFresh and explain it, how I enjoyed HelloFresh to someone I kidnapped in the video game. And they paid me to do that. They paid me $250 to do that. So guys, if you ever thought your dreams are unobtainable, just know that there's HelloFresh out there, okay? That was so funny, dude. I can't believe they accepted it. So HelloFresh is a very good meal kit delivery system, guys. Not even getting paid by them anymore, all right? That was fun. I can't believe they paid me for that. I have a light? I don't think I have a light. That was really funny. They paid me to kidnap someone and sell HelloFresh to them. And that I will forever remember. Okay? I will bring it back. I think I'm eligible to be sponsored by them again. So I will bring it back just for that. I will call I will do a ticket to the admins and say, if I have a HelloFresh sponsorship, can I advertise it on my podcast live on the server? I really want that. I think I can apply again because they didn't let me apply for a while, and God, it's so dark. I have to look at my stream to see where I am. Alright, so I'm gonna just do another rerun and then I'm gonna just get off immediately. I'll just so if I don't say goodbye to you guys, which I will, because I'm a good boy, but I will say goodbye. I'm gonna get off pretty quickly after the rerun, unless I terrorize someone and they will demand I roleplay with them. I like that. Like I'm so annoying I now have to listen to them, or else it's considered bad RP. Oh yeah. I'm so used to playing a different game to drop things that I did not use the right button for that. Let's go downstairs. Again, just to remind everyone, when doing rebroadcast, Arc Raider PT, it's exactly what I was saying. I was trying to right click to Oh man, it's coming back too, guys. If you ever wonder what I do off stream, it's gonna be playing Arc Raiders. That's what's gonna happen. Unless you guys beg me to play it when it comes out, you won't see me, because I'm not that type of guy who goes, "You're just gonna watch whatever game I'm playing right now." I'm not that guy. I know what you want. Now, if I had an audience, then you'd have to fucking live with it. But, you know, the small audience I have here wants me to do DAYZ. All right. All right, everyone, welcome back. It's Cecil here. I was gonna not do another rerun, but looks like the listeners are begging for more, so I'm gonna broadcast one more rerun. We're gonna pick up on the last time I've been doing reruns. We did episode 3, dogs, and you guys hated it because I guess that's the most common rerun. Fucking shit. So this one we're gonna do the episode that you probably haven't heard in forever, because if dogs was replayed over and over, then the next one, feedback, you haven't heard in a while. You want to know what feedback's about? It's about you guys writing in talking shit to me, so here you go. Actually, I gotta go turn off that generator. Yeah, you scared the shit out of me. Well, it looks fun. Arc Raiders. I mean, I'm toxic. If you get Arc Raiders, you need to be on our team. Roar, you got me good. You got me, dude. And I had to like triple like guess everything. What the fuck's going on? Okay, I'm back. All right, here we go. Here's the episode. Welcome to the Champions Podcast with your host, Cecil. In this episode, Cecil, our solo poly hero, continues his search for love with multiple partners with his new girlfriend application. He updates you on his dog, Bruce, and gets the well-needed feedback from his listeners. We hope you enjoy the audio-only version of Season 4, Episode 4 of the Champions Podcast, titled Feedback. This has been previously broadcasted on 91.9 and has been formatted accordingly for all frequencies. Mm, 91.9, the fresh station. Hey everybody, this is your host Cecil. Welcome to the Champions Podcast on 91.9 and 87.8 and live in Toplin. We're dual broadcasting because it's a live broadcast. Without further ado, here's our theme song.
It's a good old time on a good old show. Live from Radio Shanaris in Livonia. We're talking champions with your host CECIL. So sit back and enjoy the ride on the Champions Podcast.
Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, everybody. Welcome back to the Champions Podcast. It's Season 4, Episode 4. We've come a long ways, you know? That we've gone through so many stories. We went through so many formats. We've gone through so many co-hosts and guests, you know? But you know what stays true? I'll tell you what stays true. It's the ad reads, all right? So without further ado, here's our first ad read for Stroganoff Tea. All right, hello everyone, it's your host Cecil, and today I need you to stop whatever you're doing. Lean in close and picture this with me, because our sponsor, the meal kit delivery service that brings the best stroganoff right to your door, Stroganoff to You, isn't just delivering meals. They're delivering comfort in its purest, creamiest form. Here's the truth. What sets stroganoff apart isn't just the meat or the noodles or the mushrooms. It's the sauce. It's that gravy, that thick, velvety, creamy gravy that coats every bite like a blanket. And Stroganoff to You has perfected it. When you open up one of their meal kits, the first thing that greets you isn't the sight of food, it's the smell. It's the rich, savory aroma that seeps into the air, warming your kitchen before you even take a bite. Then comes the first spoonful. Imagine it. Gravy so thick it clings to the spoon. So creamy it glides across your tongue, and so well balanced in flavor that it's both indulgent and comforting at the same time. It's heavy without being overwhelming, tangy from sour cream, and smooth in a way only perfected in whisk sauce. It's not just sauce, okay? It's a texture experience. Each mouthful has that chunky viscosity, the kind where you can feel the kind where you can feel it coat the tender meat, wrap itself around the mushrooms, and soak into the noodle until every single bite is unified by the gravy. It's like a symphony of creaminess, where every note is fat, bold, and harmonious. And this is where Stroganoff to You really shines. They've got the classics, the hearty beef stroganoff, the cozy chicken and mushroom, the earthy mushroom stroganoff, the spicy sausage for those who like a little kick, and even the indulgent lobster stroganoff. Every one of them dripping, swimming, luxuriating in the signature gravy. But guys, let's talk about the newcomer, because Stroganoff to You just dropped something new, and it's a game changer. Shrimp stroganoff. Now take everything I just said about the thick, creamy gravy and pair it with shrimp. Plump, juicy shrimp, cooked until tender and sweet, nestled right into that velvety sauce. The gravy wraps around the shrimp like silk, turning each bite into a perfect marriage of sea and sauce. You get the delicate sweetness of the shrimp immediately hugged by the tang and depth of the gravy. It's surf and creamy turf. It's luxury comfort food. It's the coast colliding with your dinner table. This is stroganoff reimagined, but it's still all about that sauce, man. Because no matter what the protein, veggies you choose, every dish starts and ends with the gravy. Thick, chunky, creamy, viscous perfection that makes every forkful taste like a hug you didn't know you needed. And here's the best part. You don't have to imagine it. You can taste it. All right? You can taste it for yourself. Delivered right to your door, and you can say and you can save while you do it. Stroganoff to You is giving my listeners 20% off their first month when you use the promo code CREAMYCECIL. That's CREAMYCECL at checkout. So here's your mission. Head over to stroganofftoyou.com. Order your classic favorites. Dive into that shrimp stroganoff and let the creamy, viscous gravy do what it does best. Wrap you in pure comfort. So what are you doing tonight? Me? I'm Stroganoff to You. Bon appetit, everybody. Woo, that was quite the mouthful. You know, sometimes our sponsors, they like to really overindulge themselves with words. You know, they really take advantage of all the time it takes to read these ads. But guess what? They still pay me, so I will read it. And if you pay me to read something, I'm gonna fucking read it. Welcome back, everybody. It is season 4, as I said earlier. We're on episode 4. It's the Champions Podcast. I normally, as I always start to begin an episode, like to let you know it's not that normal podcast you expect out here in Livonia. It used to be like me interviewing a random person, and we're just talking about surviving, you know, and then we're getting really deep into like our favorite guns and whatnot, and it gets boring and redundant, and then you just start alienating your whole audience. Until one day someone asked me about my love life, and it turned everything around, you know? So that's what it's been about. It's been about my love life. This is a good season, guys, you know? But I do have one bulletin board message I do have to get out there, because as I say at the end of all my episodes, you could write into me about anything and I'll read it. And we do have one email that came in from the local, it's looking like sheriff of Toplin. It's from Sergeant Hello, Cecil. This is Sergeant, Toplin's police chief. I've recruited 4 other officers to help keep Toplin safe, and I'm still recruiting more. I started putting some notes around town and was hoping you could read this ad read for your next show. Also, if you can let me know when the next show airs, I can make sure to be on it. Yeah, we talked about this, Sergeant. The note. Okay. To all residents and those who pass through Toplin, be advised that Toplin has a police department that's here to help you. We will provide food, water, supplies, and assistance for anyone in need. Important laws of Toplin. These laws are to keep you and the community safe. 1. Do not steal from the police department, barracks, or garages. 2. Do not wear any police uniform or impersonate a Toplin police officer. 3. Do not kill on sight unless it's self-defense. 4. Do not base raid in Toplin. That's a pretty good one, by the way. 5. Do not have or pull any weapons out on any officer or you'll be shot. 6. Do not steal or rob anyone in Toplin. I'm liking this so far. 7. Do not interrupt broadcasts from radio station unless you are participating in the broadcast or asking them to report the crime to us via radio. Damn. Thank us. Help us help you and keep Toplin safe. Come on down to Toplin Police Station and say hello from Sergeant on Duty, your police chief. You hear that, guys? I agree. I agree with them, you know? You just gotta be careful, gotta be polite, and if you interrupt me, you're a fucking jerk. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sergeant. Okay. As I said, we're talking about my life, my love life specifically. And you know, one time in a podcast, someone brought up, you know, who I was dating, and I brought up my sweet Becky, you know, and long story short, Becky rejected me. I was a bad kisser, and she taught me the world of, she introduced me to the world of polyamory. So I've been exploring poly for, you know, the last few weeks, mostly since the storm, honestly, and it's been interesting, you know. I've been exploring it. You know, I've been meeting people on the non-monogamous section of Bumble, and it's been wild. I got catfished. Someone recommended me to go to the short-term fun section on Tinder, so I've been hanging out there, and I've been updating you my exploits on Tinder. Now, what I realize is a huge part of the non-monogamy or the short-term fun section of Tinder are people going, hey, submit your boyfriend applications. And it's starting to really feel like, I don't know, like a job. You know, because I'm filling out all this paperwork and I'm not hearing back, you know. It's kind of like we're in a recession or something and I'm not hearing back from any jobs. So I thought maybe I can speed things up and be like, hey, how about you submit a girlfriend application to me, you know? So that's on my Tinder. And so if anyone's out there and they're just interested in maybe, you know, meeting old Cecil and they want to meet me and fill out an application, you know, here's some info that I suggest you send out to me. You can either send it out to me via email or you can just leave a note out here at Radio Chernarus and we'll read the applications on live, you know, we'll read it live. So at the start, I'm going to need a little basic info, you know, your name, your occupation. You gotta have to have a job. Special skills, maybe, you know, some lifestyle choices. Like, for example, me, I'm polyamorous. You know, I'm fueled by curiosity and, you know, the occasional J-Rub protein shake. You know, tell me something a little interesting about yourself. You know, what are you good at? I need to know about your past and current relationships. You know, since it is polyamory, it's important to know the whole kit and caboodle. You know, I need to know everything, all the poly relationships you've been in and all the ones you're currently in now, you know, because your trauma back then is now my trauma now. So I need to know all of this. Like for me, I'd have to tell you about the girl who fake cheated on me with fake Matt Damon. I'd have to reveal that completely, you know. I'd have to reveal how I got catfished by a walrus on Bumble, you know. I'd have to tell you the whole sob story of Becky. And I have to tell you about the non-monogamous married girl who had a monogamous husband that Becky set me up with. You know, it's just stuff like that you have to share, you know? And you should have certain skills. Like, you should have communication skills. You know, you should have a commitment level. You know, you must be willing to commit to the bit, to the broadcast, to maybe 5 partners at once. You have to have conflict resolution skills. You know, maybe you need to talk your way out of a death with a podcast. I've done it all the time. Maybe you can. Most importantly, you need to be able to teach me how to be a better kisser. That's what I'm looking for, all right? Because I'm ultimately still trying to get Becky back. This is a polyamorous relationship, okay? So might as well have some other partners teach me how to be a good kisser so I can get my sweet Becky back. All right? There are requirements as well. You know, I'm not just gonna take anybody willy-nilly. And you must enjoy community building even when the community building is bloodthirsty. You know, sometimes, you know, blood has to be shed. You know, and you should also be open to polyamory. Honestly, if you're not open to polyamory, I mean, you gotta just consider, like, go the other way. I don't need to be the only polyamorous person in this relationship. You know, you must like my new dog. I've been talking about him recently. You gotta like Bruce. You know, like, if Bruce doesn't like you, you're gone. Bruce, you know, and you gotta be okay with me pursuing Becky. That's the biggest thing. So if you're sitting here and you're applying and you're thinking Cecil's gonna be all mine, you know, or you're gonna be the primary. No, ultimately Becky's gonna be my primary partner. You might earn your way into, you know, something close, but Becky is the goal, guys. And maybe you'll be on Team Cecil and help me get Becky back. You know? That's what I expect, guys, you know? And I know what you're saying, like, hey, so, I mean, you're just Cecil. You just talk about your love life. You're really not important to me. Well, there's perks of dating me, you know? You get free shout outs on the podcast all the time. Becky, you know? I don't know how she feels about that, but she's always getting the shout outs, you know? You'll get expert panel advice from everyone around to tell you which dog suits your current emotions. Me, they're helping me with the breakup. You know, I'll take you on adventures across Livonia. Also have time to cuddle. You know, I'm handy in bases. I'm warm in beds. I keep you warm in the cold tundras. I adapt everywhere, guys. All right? I never bring a boring night. All these poly updates, stories of being scammed, maybe even a J-Rob ad read. You never know. Guys, ladies, reach out to me. Apply now at YourHostCecil@gmail.com or leave a note at the door at Radio Chinaris in Toplin, all right? That's all I'm saying, guys, all right? Maybe with polyamory, they'll come to me and I don't have to go to them. That's just something I'm trying. Okay. So also, I need to update everyone on something else today. You know, last episode I left with a huge cliffhanger. You know, I was building up the whole entire time, and you're like, oh my god, what dog is Cecil gonna decide? And everyone is writing in trying to advise me on what dogs not to get and what dogs to get. And I'm sitting there, you guys didn't even realize I already had a dog back home on the west side. You know, his name's Bruce. He was the second most popular name on the poll, you know, but he was my favorite, so I just went with it. He's a half golden retriever, he's a half husky, and the husky side is really showing right now. You know, my big reveal to him was he was extremely adorable at glance, but he became destructive at a distance. If you know what I'm saying, like when you're hanging around, he might just chew on your feet. But when you're gone, the dude tears. Right now, he's probably eating my couch right now. Or he's probably looking for something delicious. He eats everything from socks, shoes, furniture, legs, anything he can find. You know, I was told by a friend that I have to hide everything I can. And it's being very difficult when everything I have to hide furniture? The electrical outlets? This is impossible. As I said, I didn't want like a child. I didn't want to have to take care of a child, but it's looking like, you know, that's what's happening because I'm getting complaints all the time from the neighbors. You know, I just want to get my rocks off and be a polyamorous hero, and now I'm taking care of this dog, and I'm worrying that one day I might actually, you know, I might get evicted because everyone's complaining. Someone compared it to his sweet little howls to the sound of foxes or like a coyote. I'm like, no, he's a husky, you know. But I'm telling you, dude, he is quite the barker. He yips, barks, growls, high-pitched howls. Questions to all the listeners: what's the most embarrassing noise your pet makes in public? Really, what's one? Because mine sounds like it's getting murdered and tortured at the same time. All right, how do I change that? I can't bring him to the studio for audio concerns.
Yo, play 40 song. Play 40 song.
And what's most importantly, you know, most importantly is he's not Becky ready, and that's what's important. Hey, what's going on? You're on a podcast right now.
Yes, let's play 40 song, you know, a new song of 40, come on.
Unfortunately, it's podcast time right now, and we're doing a live one right now. Are you enjoying it?
Okay, yes. What about the song? When the song gonna be?
Songs will be on when another DJ comes on. I'm the podcasting DJ. It's an amazing time. We're talking about my polyamorous relationships and my new dog.
Can I say something? Can I say something on the podcast?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What'd you like to say? What's your name, by the way?
I'm Bagman with Black CECIL, and I am here to say fuck Exodus and the governor. Fuck him.
Okay, fuck. All right, so we got someone from the Black CECIL. What's your name? What's your name again?
Badman.
Badman. And he's throwing
Badman.
shade. Badman is throwing shade at the what is it? Where? Who?
Governor from fucking
the
Exodus.
governor of Exodus, guys. There's a lot of trouble between the Black CECIL and Exodus right now, and Badman's throwing shit at the governor. That's kind of crazy.
Yo, stop the car, you monkey. Park it.
Whoa. Anyways, we're getting back to the podcast. We're talking about I just got a new dog for trying to get over my heartbreak with Becky, and he's tearing my life apart when I'm not home. Do you guys know what to do when your dog's tearing your life apart when you're not home? I'm gonna get evicted, I think. Like, and he's not on the whole like evicted. Like people are getting like complaints. They're complaining that the dog is like making all this noise and he's tearing apart my apartment, and my landlord's not enjoying it. You know, and all I need him to do is impress the girl who rejected me, but he's not ready to meet her. So is there a type of obedience training I could take him to or something? All right. Well, I'm thinking he needs some type of obedience training. That's basically what I'm trying to do. So I'm want you to write in. Let me know. You know, like where can I take this dog so that he can be Becky ready real soon? Because I'm trying to get her back. You know. And I've been working so hard at taking care of this dog, I actually forgot about Becky. You know how that pug lady wrote in last week and was saying, get a pug, you'll forget about everything because you have to constantly take care of it and make sure it doesn't die? I'm starting to understand what she's saying because my whole entire social life's gone. I haven't got laid in like a week and a half. I haven't gone on a single Tinder date because of this dog. You know? I just hope I don't permanently forget about my sweet Becky. Because I was using this dog to get over her, but I don't know if I'm ready. But I am a pet parent now, you know? And there's a lot of responsibility in being a pet. I'm at an impasse right now, everybody, and I really need your advice, okay? Usually I ask you to write in for advice, but this time you write to me, okay? YourHostCecil@gmail.com. We'll get this settled next week, right? Man, that dog's really ruining my life. What an amazing first half. I hope Bruce doesn't ruin everything for Cecil. Let's also hope Cecil's broken heart, devious dog, doesn't put a damper on the second half of this episode of the Champions Podcast. Okay, wasn't that just cool? Didn't you just love that first half of the episode? I bet you did. So stick around, okay? And we'll finish it off in 1 second. Hey, what's going on, Skins and Hides? Appreciate you coming on by, buddy. Sorry, my multi-chat's not working, so we can't see YouTube right now on the multi-chat on the overlay on the main screen. Sorry, guys. But, I'll get that worked out for the next one. I don't know. This whole chat client is kind of they they try really hard and they're like mom and pop, so I like it. I think there's like 3 developers at the most. They're really good when it's working. But you know how like that whole AWS thing happened. I'm assuming they get affected too. Just anyways, so I'm gonna finish this. But thanks for joining you. I'm gonna finish this podcast, and I'll see you in chat. Welcome back to the conclusion to Season 4, Episode 4 of the Champions Podcast, titled Feedback. We get back into the action as Cecil's about to get feedback from his listeners. Let's hope he has an open ear and heart. This has been previously broadcasted on 91.9 and has been formatted accordingly for all frequencies. Okay, so this episode, now we're finally getting to the meat and potatoes. You know, we're finally getting to what this podcast is all about. This episode, I really wanted to talk about something that's been happening recently in all of my broadcasts. Like, if you don't know, if you're just here for your first time, this is a live broadcast. I'm talking to you as you walk up, you know, and things happen. But during the week, I do reruns, and I rebroadcast old episodes from previous seasons and this season. And I've been getting a lot of feedback from people yelling at me, telling me to shut the fuck up. And normally, you know, you fight back against naysayers, you know? Normally
wait up.
You succumb to all the negative criticism, you know? But that's not my style, man. I want to explore this negative criticism. And so I asked everyone from you last week to write in. Like, hey, write into Cecil. Let me know some negative feedback so I can get used to it. So maybe I can grow a little better, because we all know negative feedback is way better than positive feedback. Positive feedback, you know, raises your dopamine, but negative feedback raises, you know, allows you to change. Okay. So this comes from Jim. It's titled, "Your polyamory tangents are ruining me." Oh, okay. Well, this is how it starts, you know? "Hey, Cecil, I can't take it anymore. Every time I listen to your podcast, it's the same thing. You go off on these endless polyamory tangents, and I swear, they echo in my head long after the episode ends. I lie down to sleep, and it's suddenly you, Cecil, narrating every messy, complicated detail about your love life, bouncing around between Becky, the new dog, and whoever else you're seeing. I don't even know how many people are in the store anymore. Neither does my brain. It won't shut up about it. I've tried to block it out, tried earplugs, tried sleeping pills. Nothing works. And now I can hear all of them talking too. The voices, repeating your tangents about polyamory. They mock me in your voice. Cecil just went solo again, they say. With Becky? They ask. I can feel them twisting inside my thoughts, turning my brain into a kaleidoscope of your dating drama. Cecil, I'm begging you, for once, just stay on topic. Skip the polyamory updates. Give us straight line advice instead of your mental gymnastics about who's dating whom, who's poly, who's solo. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen next. I can feel them circling like the tangents. They're too much. They need the tangents, and now I think the voices in my head are poly too. What? They're all arguing with each other about who gets which thought, who gets to whisper next, who gets to haunt me at night. I don't even know if I'm alone anymore, Cecil. The tangents, they're multiplied inside of me, Jim. All right, so I am affecting people, Jim. You know, before people were just saying, you know, I was too long-winded. Now, apparently, you're having a schizophrenic episode, Jim. I would like to point out that he's not divorced. I always point out all the divorced people, but I don't think he's ever been married. And if he has been, he's long gone. All right, Jim, this is what I say. That's what I say. Thank you for the feedback once, because I do go on tangents a lot. I just went on a dog tangent, you know. I just went on, you know, a tangent about a boyfriend or girlfriend application. That's just what I do. That's what I'm here for. But I appreciate it. So maybe Jim, maybe you could just not listen. Sounds like you're hate watching right now, you know, just for the tangents. But thanks for the feedback. I'll maybe try to work on my tangents, and I don't know how to work on them. That's my job, man. All right, this next one, it comes in from Ray J. That's an interesting name, and it's called "I'm Serious." Cecil, why are you a bitch? I mean, seriously, there's someone out there.
I love this.
There's someone out there so big of a pussy that they have to share every little failure on a podcast, and somehow that one is you. You sit there narrating your polyamory mess, your new dog destroying the house, your breakup with Becky, like the world needs to hear it, like we all care. You talk about your life like it's some kind of epic saga, but really it's just a collection of pathetic failures broadcast to anyone who'll listen. And you do it with a smile. Like somehow your misfortune is entertaining. Newsflash, Cecil, it's not. It's just sad. And a little terrifying that someone exists who's still who's that open about being a complete mess. I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you sit there and spill every embarrassing thought immediately. You know? It's baffling. Ray J. Well, Ray J, I appreciate your feedback. Hey, who do I have right here?
Rooster.
Hey, Rooster, what's going on? Have I ran into you before?
No, Copa Prison, that's where I'm from.
Oh, awesome. Are you
Maybe
enjoying
you
the
have.
podcast?
It's a bit loud, but yeah, it's pretty grand, to be honest with you. I like it.
Well,
nice.
I'm trying to reach as many
Ambiance.
people as I can. You know, it's good.
How's it going?
You know, I'm still trying to get through it right now. I'm getting feedback from my audience because it gets really common for people to run up here and yell at me, and so I'm figuring why not give them a voice as well. So I have them write emails to me, and now they're complaining. And Ray J, you know, he's trying to say I'm pathetic. They're all telling me I'm pathetic right now, which I don't agree. Do you think this is pathetic?
Is this some? I think it's perfect, mate. I think people
There
need
you
this
go.
in this time of crisis, you know.
You know, if anything, you could empathize with me and connect in a different way. You know, it's like, come on, guys.
Absolutely.
I think people are avoiding their emotions out here. Do you have any feedback for me? I'm always open to anything.
I don't know. At the moment, I'm currently not. You know, I could
Okay.
always return at a later date and give you some. You know,
I would absolutely appreciate that.
The only emotion I've got right now is I'm missing someone. I'm not missing someone.
Yeah.
I'm
can't
looking
find
for someone who I've
Yeah.
seen on my travels. You know.
Oh, name.
Yeah, but I'll be there. Name?
Yeah, what's their name?
Red Pants.
I'll keep an eye out for Red Pants. Rooster's looking for Red Pants, everyone. If you know Red Pants, Rooster's looking for you.
Send it to the prison. I'm trying to arrange a marriage at the prison. You know.
Okay, get Red Pants down to the prison. Yeah, he's got to get married, dude. Is he getting married? Is Red Pants
I
getting
am.
married? Oh, yeah. You better make it, Red Pants.
I hope she is. I hope she is.
Oh.
She doesn't know this yet. You know. She don't know this yet.
Oh, is it an arranged
Yeah,
marriage?
it is what it is. We'll soon find out. I have got handcuffs.
Have you guys ever considered
plenty of them.
polyamory?
Explain. I'm not too sure what that means.
You know, polyamory is very open. It's basically multiple partners. It's being able to explore your life with more than one person. Like, say you marry this one woman, she would be your primary relationship. So she's the one that would be closest to you. But you'd still have other people you'd see on the side, maybe together or in groups. You never know.
Oh. I'm a bit of a jealous type, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing is the last date I went on with a monogamous woman. I think her husband was a little more monogamous than she was, because we were poly, but he wasn't into it and he got jealous and I think they broke up. Polyamory, it's a tough life.
Ways, you know?
Yeah. But you don't know till you try it. That's all I'm saying. You don't know if you're gonna be jealous.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is
You
true.
don't know.
Maybe you've enlightened me to maybe open my eyes up a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Just talk about it. Talk about it with your partner. See what she says. Maybe, you know, after you're married, she'll be
doesn't
open
know
to
she's
it.
my partner yet. She doesn't know yet.
Well, when it's revealed.
Yep, that is true. So is this on the radio? This
Yeah, we're
is this
live on the
radio?
PA. We're live on 91.9 and 87.8.
87.8. Hello,
Yeah.
brother.
Hey.
There's another guy here.
Oh, hey, what's going
He
on?
might have a story for you.
Hey.
Yeah, hey, bring me in, boys. I got something to say about polyamory.
Let's hear it.
Am I on there?
You're here. If you're loud enough.
Okay, bet. Me and my boy are outside, and we want to polyamorously have fun with you.
Oh, damn. Oh, well, do you got an email address?
Come on out.
I'm in the middle of a podcast right now. I can't really this is.
Oh, do you have a guest in there? Do you have a
No. I'm solo right now. Solo poly. So that's what I am. Solo poly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard your radio station yesterday, bro. Why are you talking about the relationship so much, man? You need some new material out here.
It's nice. It's
talking about.
Life's the
A
material.
lot of life's about relationships, you know.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's like. Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear about people talking about survival? Or do you want to hear the deep, hard heartbreak that Cecil's having and he's sharing with the rest of Livonia?
What else gets you through this crisis, you know? This is what it is.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you report like news and stuff though as well?
Yeah, we had a
Or, like,
bulletin
anything
board
like
message at the very beginning. There's a new sheriff in town. His name's Sergeant. He's got 4 deputies. He's out at the police station, and he's just like he's for the community. And so I've been reporting about him. So keep an eye out for Sergeant. He's a friendly guy.
Okay. Okay. So if I left like a note of like what's going on, would you report about it?
Once the censors pass it, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can also write into YourHostCecil@gmail.com. We take everything.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool,
I
man.
appreciate it. Do you have any feedback?
Oh, not I can't really relate to what you were saying, so I've been skipping the radio a bit, but
Okay.
Maybe if it's a topic I can relate to, I'll listen to you, bro. You have a nice voice.
All you gotta do is just explore polyamory and you'll be in, man. Just try it once and then.
No.
You might have changed me, brother. I might be doing it, you know.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I see you with the
me in red
with the
pants.
tights
Me in
on.
red pants.
Yeah.
Hey, mate. Yeah, look at me. I'm sexy, brother. I ain't scared of my masculinity.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you want to be a part of the fan club, there's only one requirement to be a part of it, and it's just talk about the podcast.
Roger. What's your name?
I'm
gonna head out.
Oh, I'm Cecil.
Cecil, Rooster.
Yeah.
Nice
Rooster.
to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you, man.
You take care.
You too.
Bye bye.
Oh, Rooster. Rooster. Yo, it's Luke, bro. It's Luke. What's up, bro?
Oh, yeah. You can get me if you want, because I've got no ear, so you can do it.
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
All right, so we're gonna get back to it. Thanks, Ray J. You called me a
Stay away from
bitch.
these, I can't hear 'em.
You call me a bitch, and I appreciate it. Thank you. This next one's coming in from Rudolph. It's titled "Just Stop." It says, "Cecil,
That's why I'm here.
I can still hear you." It says, "Cecil, look, I don't know why you're doing this, but it gets embarrassing. You're an old man, okay? A dumb old man, and you're out here trying to date people on Tinder who are clearly way out of your league. Younger, smarter, better looking. They see that you're doing, they see what you're doing and probably laugh. And honestly, I don't blame them. I blame you. You have a podcast. Everyone has a podcast, and you're just as untalented as them. You should just stop trying or quit your stupid podcast and find someone in your own league. Another loser. Rudolph." All right. Thanks a lot, Rudolph. I really appreciate all your feedback, I am an old man. I kind of look like one, but I'm youthful at heart. And I don't know if you think I'm like hooking up with young girls. That's weird, man. There's a whole polyamory world of just old people. Do you know that? Have you ever heard of J-Rob Protein? Because if you haven't heard of J-Rob Protein, that is my main sponsor. That's all he's about. He's all about finding the elderly woman of your dreams. So if you think I'm not trying to pick everyone up there, Rudolph, you can go fuck yourself. Thanks for the feedback, by the way. All right, I get how I seem. I get how I seem. This next one's coming from M. There's no title on the subject. It just goes, I fucked your dad. Now, that is not feedback. As much as you want to make that feedback, as much as you desperately want that to be feedback, M, I fucked your dad isn't. It's just mean, okay? It's just mean. This next one comes in from a guy who calls himself Mad Max. It's more feedback, all right? Subject was, it's called A Thought on Your Podcast. Hey, what's he going to say? Hey, Cecil, I've been listening to your episodes, and I think you got a lot of good material, but there's one thing that really stands out. You need to focus more on brevity. You ramble a lot. Sometimes the core messages, they get lost. As Shakespeare said, brevity is the soul of wit. Your stories, your experiences, they're interesting, but they hit harder when they're concise. Trim the fat, man. Get to the point. The listeners will thank you, and your podcast will feel sharper, cleaner, and more engaging. You've got the voice and the personality. A little edit in how you deliver will make the world of difference. Mad Max. Damn. P.S. I also fucked your mother. Fuck you, man. The last one came from M, and this one came from Mad Max. I also fucked your mother. Go fuck yourself. You know what? I thought he was giving me good feedback because I ramble a lot. The other guy was saying tangents, and he had no way to be concise about it. This guy was perfect, and he just ended it all with I fucked also with a non-feedback. He also fucked my mother. So this Mad Max fucked my mom and my dad. Fuck you, dude. You know what? Do you know what's the best part of feedback? You don't have to take all of it, even if it's good. And I'm gonna move on. Oh, hey, we're coming to an end. Holy shit. Wow. All right. So this podcast has been a really good update for everybody. Okay, on my love life. It's been on Becky, on my new girlfriend application to if you want to hook up with me. In every episode, I have to have a final thought. I have to bring everything full circle into one thought. And so give me a second. I'm going to have to, mull it in my mind. See what my final thought's going to be. Okay, I got it. My final thought. Feedback is important because it gives people a voice when they normally wouldn't have one. It takes talent to create a platform for your voice to be heard. These people who wrote in, they're never going to be on the podcast, and it hurts them so much, But like a good host, I give back to the community and allow them to have a voice, even when it's not in the grace of lights, You could just be silent and be mad at me, but instead I give you a voice. It's good knowing that some of you aren't mentally well, so the bad feedback doesn't hurt as much, I can't help you're crazy, and so can you. So we'll just let it go, we'll let it pass. And as much as I want to please everyone, I'm a polyamorous pet parent with a weekly podcast, Who knows what's going to be more important in the future, my partners, my dog, or my mentally well listeners, I don't have time for everyone. So I will take whatever feedback I want. That's what it's going to be. All right. Because I don't got time for that shit. That's been the podcast, everyone. I used to always end all my podcasts with shout outs and plugs, because whenever I'm with a guest, I always let them plug whatever they're into, if they're watching anything, if they're reading an interesting book, I like to share that with the audience, because they want to learn as well. And also I like to give shout outs to people who are helpful. So the first shout out goes to the fan club. I thought you guys didn't think I'd bring you up. I brought you up once when Rooster came by, but I was going to bring you up again. The Champions Podcast with your host Cecil has a fan club, everyone, and it's so easy to join. The only way to actually be a part of it is just walk up to the next person you see and talk about the Champions Podcast. Let them know what you think about it. Have an open discussion, because that's what we're doing. And then next thing you know, they're part of the fan club. It just, we're trying to spread the fandom, okay? So that's my shout out. I'd like to give a plug. Like I want to give credit to something I had really recently. It's a food. Have you ever had El Pastor tacos? Oh my God, they're a delicious, delicious smoked seasoned meat, kind of like on a, like a spigot, and it's turned into tacos. Like they shave it and they grill it and they turn it into tacos. Don't forget about the pineapple. They're the most delicious tacos in the world. So my plug is El Pastor tacos. All right. Yep. So the way we start every podcast, we always do ad reads, because the sponsors, they pay for everything. We got to give credit to the people who take care of us. And this last sponsor for the podcast is the guy who pays everything, pays for everything. He's J-Rob, of J-Rob Protein. Hey there, listeners and protein enthusiasts. It's Cecil. And tonight I want to talk about something deeper than reps, deeper than calories, deeper than macros. I want to talk about the search for love. Now, some folks chase love in all the wrong places. They're looking for quick flings, empty thrills. But me, I know the truth. Love isn't found in a swipe or a like. Real love, timeless love, is found in the warm smile of a woman who's lived a little longer, laughed a little harder, and knows exactly what she wants. And here's the secret in that search: J-Rob Protein. One scoop, 20 grams of pure, clean, silky fuel, and suddenly you're not just building muscle, you're building stamina. You're not just flexing in the mirror, you're holding her gaze across that candlelit booth in the early bird special. Because here's the thing: old women, wise women, seasoned women, they can tell the difference. They can tell when a man takes care of himself. They can taste the discipline in every sip of chocolate whey protein in a J-Rob shake. They can feel the smooth confidence of the vanilla in your stride. They can smell the tropical blend clinging to you like the memory of their forgotten childhood. And when you sit down beside her with 20 grams of J-Rob coursing through you, you're not just another young buck. You're her champion. The man who shows up ready, not just for love, but for the long haul. So, listeners, if your heart's been searching for something real, if you've been craving the kind of love that comes with pearls, perfume, and just a hint of lavender lotion, it's time to fuel up. Head to jrob.com, grab yourself a tub, and step into a whole new league of romance. Because remember, with J-Rob Protein, you're not just drinking a shake. You're preparing yourself for the love of a good old woman. And trust me, once you've got 20 grams of J-Rob in you, she'll know, she'll feel it, and she'll never let you go. J-Rob Protein, everybody, guys. That's been the podcast. Thank you so much for all the people joining. Thank you, Sergeant, for writing in. Thank you, Rooster. Thank you, the other guy. Thank you, everyone. This has been a good podcast. That's just how every podcast is. It's always successful. So it's been a good one. Take care, everybody. Here's the theme. Guys, that's been that rerun of, feels like a classic. It's been so long since we did that episode. Wow, that was some good feedback, everybody. Just a reminder, you can write in feedback anytime you'd like at YourHostCecil@gmail.com. That's YourHostCecil@gmail.com. Write in, just give us a little feedback. Let me know how I'm doing. I am going through a lot of heartbreak, and as I said earlier, not giving up on the podcast, right? You've been wondering. I took a week off because Cecil was under the weather. Like, oh, he's probably done with the podcast. He's probably never coming back to Livonia. Well, guess what? We got a new episode this weekend. I said that earlier, but we do. And it's our Halloween episode, huh? We got a themed episode coming on up. The Champions Podcast themed episode. You think he's not going to talk about polyamory? You fucking crazy. But we will talk about maybe some Halloween stuff. Maybe you can write in some Halloween questions, give me some Halloween stories. You never know. So, write into yourhostcecil@gmail.com. All right, let us know a couple spooky things or two. All right, and maybe it'll make it on the podcast. I'll have some other shit ready too. But yeah, that's been the reruns of, I guess, this week. I'll be back to do more. I've been very inconsistent because, again, Cecil was under the weather. All right, depression gets you really sick. Okay, but I'll be back this weekend. We'll have a grand time. I love you all. Cecil out. Oh, I killed the battery in that one. Jesus. Thanks a lot for the follow, Jamie Roger Poe. I'm fucking horrible at pronouncing things, but thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna be charging these batteries. Hi Dingle. Let me see. Cool that you're still around. And if people talk, I'll talk back. If not, I don't want to just sit here. What do you call it? And just charge batteries, because I have like 10 or 15 people on YouTube watching. And that's really unfair for me to just here quietly charge batteries for you. I don't think I'm ASMR with a fucking generator in this game. You know how weird that is? And I'm sorry, guys. I haven't been around a lot again. If you haven't, I was sick for quite some time last week, and then when I got better, the Arc Raiders playtest happened, and I'm sorry. I had to try that out. I played the last playtest. Co-host John from a long time ago, the original co-host, he got us a playtest codes on the last playtest, and he got us addicted to it. And so I tried this one, and I know you guys don't want to watch me play fucking Arc Raiders. You want me to do dumb podcast shit. So we didn't do Arc Raiders, and I mean, we didn't stream Arc Raiders, and I just didn't stream. And so I'm sorry about that, but I'm back, and I have so much planned. Who knows how long the season's gonna last, but I have a lot planned, so hopefully we can get through with that. Still, just promise you guys, I'm still trying to get Sergeant on the podcast. It'd be very nice to get him involved. I gotta really follow up with him again. We kind of became a little distant recently, and I want to try to rekindle that, because he's a nice guy. And I think the last time I ran into him, to be fair, I was a little short. I was being threatened, and I didn't have time to stick around, man, and I feel bad about that. Not by him. Sergeant would never threaten me, but I was being threatened by other people, and I literally was just like, yeah, I know you want to like do this whole thing, but I don't have time, and I didn't know how to say it because I literally had to leave. And I just kind of, like, everyone was already saying, hey, you really need to take this seriously, Cecil. You really need to take this seriously. And in my mind is like, I need to go fucking watch baseball. I have a commitment right now. I need to meet somebody. And I couldn't say that. And so Sergeant came, and he was like the 7th person to say that. And I was just like, dude, I don't have time for this shit. Or someone else's. Because really, I was answering for someone else's role playing. That's kind of crappy. If like someone wasn't available and it was my fault because I couldn't get a hold of him. So I'm like, no. This is their problem, not mine. Like, I don't want to ruin their story by fucking having to leave. So I had to leave, so I was kind of short with him. I kind of just dismissed things he was saying so we can get to the point, and I gotta go apologize. Sergeant's a cool dude. I don't need that food. I still got my tobacco there, which I appreciate. I don't have any paper to roll with, but they kept my tobacco. That's the only thing I've stored. I don't know. I grew some tobacco one time. I was like, that's cool. Here, let's see if we have papers anywhere. Because if we do, I'll make a couple cigarettes. I know we have like weed right there. But do we have like any papers for cigaroos? No, the people pretty much created their own stashes. No, we have joints. Cigarette pack, but not cigarette paper. Yeah, it's these other people's shit. They just create. Yeah, this used to be community. I think it just became other people's shit, which I understand. Okay. So we know, which is alright. But alright, I'm gonna go to the roof and I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody because I don't want to sit here quietly. You guys watch. But thanks for tuning in for the almost 2 hours. I'll be back. Maybe. No, I keep saying maybe. I'm not gonna be back tomorrow. CECIL's got a date. So he's gonna be exploring more polyamory for you all. But Saturday I'll be back. I don't know if I'll be back with a podcast on Saturday, but I absolutely will be back to stream and play around. Maybe I will have one. I just have to get it planned, and I have an idea for the Halloween theme, but I have to put a little work into it, and time isn't looking great right now. So I'm gonna try to get that done tonight, and if not, I'll probably spend a lot of Saturday doing that. And if I come on Saturday, it'll probably be a little later in the afternoon so I can actually do a podcast. I take this shit so seriously, guys. Sometimes it seems like I'm winging it, but like I don't know why I take this seriously. I think that's why the structure and it's kind of even though it's repetitive, which it's supposed to be, honestly, it's engaging, and that's the only reason how I keep it engaging is I really think about what I have to say, even though it's ridiculous. This is fun though. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for the follows, everybody. Jamu or Jamu. Thanks for the follows. I know how to follow on YouTube or a subscriber. Thanks for that. Like in all the likes, guys. There's likes over there too. YouTube, you guys kick it. Fucking thanks a lot, Dingle. Thanks a lot, Toxic. Thanks a lot, everyone who joined me in chat as well. You guys are cool people. I didn't give up. I know that I go on some hiatus sometimes and people assume I'm gone, and I'm sorry if you think that. Not gonna say I have a life. I do get in moments where I kind of feel like I'm redundant in the server, like really repetitive, and that's kind of the joke. But it's also kind of like I don't know if you know what like a gimmick is. But like a gimmick is like what a wrestler does. I really don't want to respond to that. It's like what a wrestler has is just kind of like it's kind of like a little quirky thing that relies on like one repetitive task that happens that like it's funny and entertaining, but eventually it becomes one thing, very very repetitive, and people get tired of it. So gimmicks really get worn out easily. So I'm trying to be sparse, and I'm trying to be very engaging and entertaining when I'm around, because I don't want to be the same guy that keeps like, yeah, if you listen to a podcast, I'll be talking about polyamory a lot, but if you really listen to it, there's more depth and there's more to the story that I'm trying to tell, in which I'm being very concentrated story. Because I know I'm a gimmick, I don't want to stretch out and then make everyone so tired of the guy with the podcast because he constantly plays the same 3 fucking episodes. We have 7 right now. I'm going on number 8, and I'm hoping I can get to double digits. We never know how long the wife's going to be. If I get to double digits, that'll be a lot of fun. I do have stuff planned for the season, man, so I want to continue doing it. And that I think that relies on me getting that Sergeant on a podcast. And if he doesn't want to talk about real life shit, I know he doesn't, because he's embarrassed, and it kind of caught him off guard. I don't think he realized that was gonna be streamed, maybe. But we'll just talk. Like, I like him. We just talk. People like him. We'll just talk about polyamory because that's CECIL. But we'll talk. I gotta talk to him. Anyways, again, thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subscribes. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for everything. CECIL out.